Okay guys, we're going to do a little Bible study on Numbers today. So open your Bibles and we are going to be in Numbers 14, actually 13 and 14. And this was a passage that really convicted me recently, that the Lord highlighted to me, and I want to pass on to you exactly what about it stood out to me, especially for those of you who are going through a wilderness season. If Lord has come into your life and you've been obedient to changes that He's asked you to make in your business, in your relationships, in your lifestyle, and if you've been obeying and it's still feeling like, okay, well, we are like, I just don't know if I'm going to get all the way through this. And maybe you've got some fear and doubt coming up about the future, and you start to want to take control back into your own hands. This is going to speak to you. So a little backstory before we get into a few lines that I want us to read together is this is the part of the story where Moses has sent 10 scouts into the promised land to survey the land, to bring back samples of fruit of the land, to show the Israelites what is in this land that they're expecting to move into. They had been, leaving Egypt, and now they're in the desert, and the Lord is preparing them for this promised land. And this is one of the ways He's preparing them, by sending scouts into the land. So 10 scouts were sent, and 2 of them, we know their names, Joshua and Caleb, and they came back and they were like, the land is exceedingly good. The Lord is true. It is what He has promised us. We should go and take the land. The other 8 scouts were like, yeah, and there were giants there, and it's scary, and we look like grasshoppers compared to them, and they will probably kill us. And the people listen to the other 8 scouts, and they start to fear and panic. And that's where we're going to pick up the story here in Numbers 13, verse 30. But Caleb tried to quiet the people as they stood before Moses. "Let's go at once to take the land," he said. "We can certainly conquer it." But the other men who had explored the land with him disagreed. "We can't go up against them. They are stronger than we are." So they spread this bad report about the land among the Israelites. "The land we traveled through and explored will devour anyone who goes to live there. All the people we saw were huge. We even saw giants there, the descendants of Anak. Next to them, we felt like grasshoppers, and that's what they thought too." 14. The people rebel. Verse 1. Then the whole community began weeping aloud, and they cried all night. Their voices rose in a great chorus of protest against Moses and Aaron. "If only we had died in Egypt, or even here in the wilderness," they complained. So pause. Just think about where are times in your life where you're kind of grumbling and complaining in a way because the process is halfway done. You're in the messy middle of your wilderness season, and you've got either the voice of Satan, of fear, of, oh, here's what logically it looks like. And maybe it looks like financial scarcity. Maybe it looks like this relationship isn't going to pan out. Maybe it looks like, all these things that you don't want to happen. And these are the fearful lies of the enemy that are coming into your mind. And then there's what your faith would say, and where God, you believe, has promised you that He's taking you, where you sense Him going, and you're a little bit stuck between the two. I was reading this when I was in a moment like that. "Why is the Lord taking us to this country only to have us die in battle? Our wives and our little ones will be carried off as plunder. Wouldn't it be better for us to return to Egypt? When do you want to go back to the old way you were doing things, when the Lord has specifically brought you out of it? Where are you trying to go back to that ex? Where are you trying to go back to the old way that you did business, of like, oh, maybe I'll just take a couple of clients over here, or go back to this thing, when the Lord was explicit with you and you were obedient? It's just not easy right now, and you're starting to sound like the voices of these Israelites. I saw myself in this. Then they plotted among themselves, "Let's choose a new leader and go back to Egypt." Then Moses and Aaron fell face down on the ground before the whole community of Israel. 2 of the men who had explored the land, Joshua son of Nun and Caleb son of Jephunneh, tore their clothing. They said to all, which was a sign of distress back then, they said to all of the people of Israel, "The land we traveled through and explored is a wonderful land. And if the Lord is pleased with us, He will bring us safely into that land and give it to us. Give it to us. It is a rich land flowing with milk and honey. Do not rebel against the Lord, and don't be afraid of the people of the land." Keep reading in your own time. It is so good. Moses and Aaron go on to tell them, the Lord is with us. Basically, we have the Lord. That's a big factor you're not thinking of when you're freaking out about all of the things that could happen to us out there. The Lord is with us, and he is the one. We should not rebel against him. We should not turn our backs on him. We should keep trusting his plan, keep moving forward with the Lord and not turning back. And what winds up happening is the Israelites spend 40 years in the wilderness on a trip that would have taken them 2 weeks because they rebelled, they questioned, they grumbled, they didn't want to go along with the Lord's plan. And I read this the other day and I just got so convicted, and the Lord I felt he highlighted it to support me, and maybe he's highlighting this right now as you're watching this to support you, saying, I am with you. Don't forget you have me. Stay obedient to me. Stay following the plan. I am ordering your steps and you will make it. So take this as your message today, Kingdom Builders. The Lord did not bring you this far to have you slaughtered by giants in the promised land. That is not what is going to happen. When you stay faithful, he blesses and bestows favor upon those who are righteous and faithful to him. Stay the course. Be with the spirit of Caleb and Joshua, who said, the land is exceedingly good. We can go and take it. Let's go take it. The Lord is with us. That is the spirit that whatever challenge you're up against, bring that spirit into your business and into your life and into your awareness. Notice, where is it the fear of the enemy? Which fear is faith in the wrong kingdom, faith in the kingdom of darkness, instead of faith in what the Lord, who is the maker of heaven and earth, is doing in your life. And he can do the impossible.